feels like it's the night before Christmas. We have got some awesome things planned for the first day of DRSCon 2024. I'm excited about it. Got my next to front row seat here, and going to be a good time, learning, growing, just networking and helping each other out. So looking forward to it, and we're about to start in just a little bit.
Wes is one of our developers, primarily front end, but we're trying to get him into the back end too.
Oh man.
Did I say that?
Oh man. That's recorded.
Yeah, Dave Sells with 5 Star Disposal. I'm actually right here in Nashville. That's why I was one of the last people to go up this morning. We had a truck go down on my drive here, had to turn around. So we are 3 years in the business. We have 32 cans, and happy to say we hit $750,000 last year with 32 cans.
Nice.
So, you know, if you're new in this room, that's why I hit $750,000 standing up right there. Jeremy has helped us so much. This rental system is what's changed everything for us, so it's been really good.
Everything a company does should be about solving problems for their customers, and I'm excited to partner with a company that shares this value. So that's back to last year that I joined with Keystone. They were an established company, had 2 business units. We brought in the waste side, but again, what I look for is a company that shared that value with me. We're continually expanding our product lines to service our customers. But we established in September of 2020 with the following goals. We wanted to carry out core values. Our core value at Keystone is faith, family, finances. Okay? We believe we work in the audience of one. We care about our employees and our customers, so that's our family and our vendors. And then obviously finances, we all got to make a living, right? You've got a lot of trailer manufacturers out there that have proprietary rail systems. You need a container for their rail systems. Where do you have to go? Typically to the trailer manufacturer to buy it, right? So we've done a great job at documenting the different compatibility issues, and we now build containers for about any trailer, any manufacturer out there of hook lifts, cable lifts, trailers, etc. We announced last year that we were coming out with a roll-off trailer. That has been a very successful launch. We showed our first one we built at last year's DRS. Since then, it's really taken on like wildfire. We do build, Josh referred to it as the Cadillac in the industry, right? We don't put winches on the front. We won't do electric systems. We're hydraulic-driven reeving system, standard rail trailer. That's all we do. And then the exciting announcement for this year for Keystone is we're moving into the new and used truck hoist, right? So we want to be able to allow you to grow into different trucks, whether you want a hook lift, a cable lift, what kind of tarp system you want, but I'll let Don get into that. But we'll have an answer for you. We have an answer for you now, as a matter of fact. Don joined us in November and really done a great job with that product kickoff.
So we just had our first part of the day here at DRSCon 2024. We went through a number of different things for being able to have upcharges, being able to upgrade a customer, adding on multiple different services to just a regular dumpster rental, and different aspects to that. Then we had Keystone Waste Solutions. They were able to present, talk through what they can now do. They just announced today that they're not only going to be able to help you get a dumpster, but also getting a truck to fit that as well. So basically a one-stop shop, the truck, the rail system, or the hook lift, as well as tarp system, basically all together one big package, being able to get the truck fully kitted up, ready to go, as well as dumpsters, and be able to combine that really. So they're doing a lot of effort, putting a lot of work into getting that as an option for people, and being able to help people start companies or keep building them. So I'm going to go ahead back inside and see what we're doing next.
If somebody told you you have 60 days to get your company to $1 million or you're dead, what would you do? Would you sit in the corner and give up? I don't think so. You'd figure it out. You would do something about it. Well, that's how I run my companies every day. My life depends on it. I'm all of that. Run your company the same way. Your life depends on it. don't take excuses. Don't find a reason not to be successful. Find a reason to be successful. All the major roads in my town, if I see somebody else at the start when I first started this business, they had the roll-offs there. My job was to take that person off of that road because I wanted my roll-off dumpster on the main road where everybody's going. Earlier he says about the dumpsters having them selling advertising on them on the back of all of my dumpsters. I have this company on it. So I'm selling my own other companies on our roll-off dumpsters. And we get calls all the time. The QR code on them tells us what roll-off they came off of. Just like he said, millions of people driving around you. You're stopped there. There it is. Your name's right there. Or another business you have is right there on the roll-off dumpster. When I go see people that I'm out working for my company, I take a brochure, and then I'll have some clips of my other companies in here. So when I present to them or they let me talk to them, the gatekeeper lets me talk to somebody, I hand them all this slips out, and they go, what is that? Well, that's other companies I have. So now here it is. 2 years later, I have, we call them a gold customer, because I have that customer that has all 5 of my businesses. So that's a home run, right? So there's other things that I do. I get outside of the box. I'm using other companies that I own on every customer that I have. Some customers use me 2 or 3 things. Some use me 4 or 5 things. So the more you get out of thinking about this, the more you see this.
Branding is not just a marketing strategy. While branding involves marketing, it's not limited to advertising or promotion. I'm 43 years old. I reinvented myself multiple times in my lifetime, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well, where you go from one either business or one job to another. You can, just like you can reinvent yourself, your company can also reinvent its brand. You can always bounce back from any kind of, Peloton had a huge setback not that long ago. I think there was a thing with Dana White with UFC, and Peloton's still making a ton of money. Your brand is what people speak of your company when you're not around. So a reflection of company culture and values. A brand should be a mirror of the company's culture and core values. It's not just what you sell, but who you are as a company, how you treat your employees.
Quality over quantity. Don't just try to post a post up every single day if it's not going to be something that people engage with. If you're just posting a bunch of stuff out there that doesn't get engagement, it's going to get hidden. Facebook doesn't want it to be on there. If you're not getting likes and shares, it's going away. And engage consistently with your audience. If you have people leaving reviews, you have people making comments, respond to them. Respond to them as quickly as you can. Make it a point to ask them another question. If they post a question, answer their question and ask them another question. Get that engagement up.
For the roller skate system, born out of ingenuity, we manufacture, assemble, and distribute roll-off dumpster underlayment systems. Some call it driveway-safe dumpster placement. We call it genius. Ground protection for roll-off dumpsters, containers, and bins. Our product lasts indefinitely and allows you to deploy, position, and recover faster than ever, all while mitigating property damage. Roller skate products have haulers thinking driveway safe, thinking driver and customer friendly, and also thinking convenient versus cumbersome wood. To find out more about roller skate, find us on Facebook, Google, or our website, rollerskate.com.
DOT give you a hard time about that setup? Yeah?
No, it's DOT compliant.
Okay.
It's protection from downward and upward movement and side to side. This is all, once this is tethered in, this thing is as solid as it goes. There's nothing in you can fight with that. Because it quashes the core restrictions of vertical, horizontal, it can't go anywhere.
Sure.
But if this was missing,
They could get you.
then you're gone.
Sure.
So right now we're in the middle of a break. I've got quite a bit of notes already written down here, some things that I'm excited about that DRS has kind of unveiled that they've done within the last year, and some points that have been made so far in the sessions that I directly want to implement to my business. One of the first things I'm excited about is the Google and Apple Pay integration. That is definitely something that I know is going to provide more value to directly be able to have a customer auto in. What up, bro? To have that integrated to where they can plug all their information into it when they are renting a dumpster. That's the first thing. Next, we have all these about me sections in our websites, and based on some of the conversations in the presentations, I was considering making a about you section. So, not me describing who my customer is, but specifically saying, hey, are you the type of person, basically flipping it to where, are you the type of person who needs this? Is this the project you're working on? If basically being able to fill out a page on my website to where they're able to identify with being a part of I'm a part of this group of people that needs help, that needs this dumpster, and this company is directly would be focusing on me. So maybe that would be called something different. I don't know, but that's just a thought in my mind I wanted to put down on paper before I forgot. So an About You page, maybe called something different to really connect with my target audience. Next, a thought I had was a free couch pickup. So essentially some different page on my website, or maybe a section on my website where once a week I pick one person to where I pick a winner or something like that to be able to pick up one couch on a curbside pickup, something similar to that, and I post pictures of it and do that. But also there are some Facebook groups that, at least in my area, that they do not allow businesses, anything for profit. Essentially, if I'm able to offer a free couch pickup, I can get into some of those garage groups that are pretty closed off. If I'm offering literally, if you have a couch left over after your project, after your garage sale, things like that, I'm willing to do a free curbside pickup for a couch. Ultimately throw them in one dumpster and a pile of dumpsters, or maybe even my utility trailer. And once it gets filled up all the way, then I take that to the dump. It'll be the minimum price, $25. Essentially, for me to get my foot in the door on social media and different places where if I was charging, it would prevent me. That's what I'm considering doing, either on like a weekly or like a monthly basis for that. Next, asking questions. They had a great point earlier in the day here where they talked about 30 days of social media posts. So not just posting a picture of an empty dumpster just dropped off, but all the different types of posts you can make on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on wherever, and to be able to implement that on a regular basis, as well as maybe asking questions to customers, what their problems might be. And it looks like we're about to start, so I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
So to generate new revenue every month, you must do three things: capture leads, nurture leads, and close leads.
Once the ringless voicemail hits them, they actually engage after that.
Absolutely.
The text message they kind of ignore, but when they think I actually called them, they engage after that.
So what type of message are you leaving?
Hey, this is Dave from 5 Star Disposal. It looks like I missed you when you were trying to check out online. If I can help you out, give me a call back. This is my number. Or, hey, this is Dave. It looks like you were interested in a dumpster. Sorry we didn't get in touch, but hey, I'd like to help you out, whatever. I can't remember exactly what mine is now, but it's something close to that. But they just, it's not personalized, but they just think that I called them. They missed a call, and now they feel like, dang, he took the time to call me back. I should probably call him back and give him a chance.
Decision makers. This is very key. You need to know who to call, who the decision maker is. You also need to be able to get through the gatekeeper. And I have some creative ways for that. This has always been one of my easiest ways to get in the door, is contact the project manager. They're always the ones up and up. They hate it when they have to wait on cans. They're always frustrated. Everyone's unreliable, and they're like, go, 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 go. They're the ones dealing with the complaining homeowners and everyone else on the job site. They need their cans moved around. Great people to contact. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape it. It's going to tell me how many 5-star reviews they have. Kind of gives you the caliber of the person you're dealing with, that they're a legitimate business owner and they're going to actually pay you because they care. So that's one plus. It also show you the level of success they have. You get a gauge. Like if someone had 65-star reviews and they've been in business for 2 years, that's pretty impressive, right? If they have hundreds of reviews, that kind of tells you they're probably a bigger crew, a bigger operation, and that could potentially be a lot of cans for you to get your foot in the door. And not to mention the reason why I like scraping GMBs is because it's hyper-local, and that means that my yard is right here and I want to do a 10-mile radius, 15, 20-mile radius. A lot of these guys tend to stay the majority of the work in their area, not necessarily everywhere.
So this morning, day 2, we've been talking about cold calling, doing a number of data scraping, looking at some different websites, ways to be able to get information to decision makers. So that's a pretty big piece of the pie this morning here, day 2. Had some other notes that I wrote down, just from some small things that I think really go into the websites that we would have for customers to look at, including basically the idea of you comparing yourself to like Amazon. So looking at all the information, the descriptions, all the details, all the nitty-gritty stuff that Amazon shows for their products, we should also have that in our websites for each dumpster size. So not just the tonnage included, not just the additional day rate, but also sharing more upfront details like our radius for each individual dumpster, so not just like on the actual homepage or someplace or at checkout, but in the description. So sharing more details like that to where they're more informed at the actual item description. So that was something I'm going to be adding that to mine. I want to be able to share. I have a 15-mile radius, and then after that it's $4 a mile. So having that not just at checkout, I think will be a help to inform my customers. Something smaller. Being able to target smaller markets. Now in my area, there's a mid-size, maybe small to mid-size city that I'm in Lafayette, and then there's lots of smaller cities around. This isn't something new that I've just heard, but the idea of targeting those smaller places that are maybe cheaper on ad spend, on Google ad spend, on Facebook, on different things like that, to be able to get people going on that. We talked through a number, Jeremy talked through a number of different companies. So maybe for haulers that have less than 20 cans, or maybe are under CDL, targeting specific types of businesses rather than maybe some larger construction, bigger builder contracts that would require over CDL, that would require a lot more dumpsters probably, and kind of picking, stay in your lane with where you're at for right now. Go after the people that it makes sense, best for you. We talked through a number of different things for like emails, whether cold emails basically sent out, talking through when's maybe best to send out some emails, not just any time of the day, any day of the week, or even the weekend, but specifically, in the middle of the week, maybe at 9 a.m. or 3 p.m. That was something that stuck out to me, that I never really considered that. Obviously, maybe not on a Saturday, because by the time Monday rolls around, their emails, jam-packed, and they're overwhelmed maybe, and they're catching up and, doing the work of their business, construction companies or whatever it may be, but actually looking at, the most tactical time to be sending emails for them to even be available to respond and check it out and have more time to see that email. So that was pretty neat. Also, something that I've thought about before, but I didn't really have, I guess, the guts to do it. But as far as getting data scraped, being able to go to a website to pull information from decision makers, being able to, if you know somebody who's very spunky, somebody who's very speaks really well on the phone, who can carry on a conversation very personal on the phone. I have one person in mind actually that I know that is incredible over the phone. It's kind of like if you know a person who is able to, their friend, they've never met a stranger. They're friends with everybody. Like you meet somebody new in the grocery store, they're already best friends. That type of a person, to put them in a place to be making cold calls, to be following up with people. I'm going to be talking to a buddy of mine who I know is incredible at that, and I want to be able to put him in a position where I'm giving him these cold call lists that are targeted specifically who would best fit me in my lane for my business with what I can do, and then be able to, give him a list every single week, or give him a number of calls to be making every day, and then give him a commission-based, payment for who he brings in, whether that's residual or just one time, every dumpster, to incentivize. They talked a lot about that to incentivize somebody who is in that position, who could do it maybe part-time or, kind of a side hustle for them when it makes sense, depending on their schedule, for that to really work well and to get feedback and to be able to retarget those people. So whether cold calling or the emails, a lot of awesome quality information here today. We also just went through some new features that DRS just added, enabling swap outs to be a lot more efficient and less confusing, and a lot less steps. And so really neat to see that come out here today. We've got some more information coming up here for SEO, but so far it's well worth the money. It's well worth the investment to come here, investing in yourself, but just as I've just been writing down just my small notes, some big notes that I want to implement into my business. This is the tactical stuff that we can implement throughout the year, that we can put the boots on, ground running, and really get things moving.
Over the last few months, Facebook has gotten very, very smart, starting to use a lot of AI to learn what people are looking at. So it will know that you are writing a post, you're writing an ad about renting a dumpster. And it will go and find people that have done some sort of activity where you mentioned, hey, I want to run a dumpster. Hey, I'm doing a remodel project. Hey, I'm doing something. I'm doing something on my Facebook page. Or maybe I was just talking to my friends about it on the phone and it was listening to me. It's using all of that information that's out there to target these people. It's getting super smart. So that's what's called the Advantage Plus audience, and it's using all the AI and all the data that Facebook has to your advantage.